I'm the Jaded marketer. I promise, I do love what I do. I love marketing. I love coming up with creative campaigns and putting them into action. But at the same time, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills the longer I stay in the corporate world. I am jaded and a bit burnt out, but I am not hopeless. This podcast is a collection of my stories from my tenure as a marketer or current trends I'm seeing in the marketing world. This podcast is for those that feel like they're missing something and wondering if every meeting is just a joke. For those that don't buy into some of the corporate bullshit and just want to punch some colleagues in the throat. For those that just want to do their job, do it well, and enjoy it along the way, even if they're a bit jaded at this point. What is up with job descriptions these days? Companies are looking for unicorns in marketing. You have to have email experience, graphic design experience, video editing experience, social media experience, copywriting experience, be versed in ABM, demand generation, and customer lifecycle campaigns, and do the jobs of 3 people for $75,000 a year. And you'll do it because the economy is fucking horrendous and you've got bills to pay. What a time to be alive. I saw a job posting recently that expected someone to be a product marketer, content marketer, and event manager. This person needed a creative director mindset to create videos, needed to be a community manager and posting in private Slack groups and Reddit threads, read "This is a salesperson," and also own the offline strategy of executive dinners at major conferences and events, stunt campaigns, influencer programs, and even direct mail campaigns. Bloody hell! That is at minimum 3 different jobs if we want to be generous and lump content and community together. They did not post the salary and only expected 2+ years of experience. This company is fine hiring and burning the fuck out of new marketers. They want to hire a junior who does the work of a director, and it's insane. I saw this job posting and I laughed and then I cried. Someone will get this job and hate their life. Another posting that made me want to claw my eyes out noted that they are building a, quote, serious enterprise-level content engine, not a lifestyle page, end quote. What does this serious company offer in return? Direct access to the founder and leadership team. Oh boy, what a fab perk. Jesus Christ. The fact that this company has the audacity to promote itself as a serious organisation, yet thinks that access to the leadership team is some great boon to the poor soul who will get this job. It got worse because the application process was a total rip-off. They just wanted to get some good ideas for free. They wanted a note about why this role is a good fit for the applicant, examples of previous work, links to content the applicant has produced, how this is different from examples I'll never know, and a brief description of how the applicant would run this role week to week. Excuse me? The job description kept going. They also wanted, well, it was optional but strongly preferred, that the candidate also send a 2 to 4 minute video explaining how they would build the content engine in the first 30 days. Fuck this company. They are getting thousands of ideas for free and will never have to compensate those applicants for those ideas that they will surely implement when they do hire someone. This is what the interview is for. This is what the actual job is for. How are these applicants supposed to know how they'd build it and what an average week looks like when they don't even have the job? When they don't even know who else is contributing to this role? These job postings are ridiculous, but they're very, very real. And that is very, very scary. That first job posting advertised 4 weeks of PTO. That's nice, but they'll never be able to take it because who would manage their projects while they're gone? Or they'll have to take it all at once when they crash for 4 weeks straight because they're so exhausted doing so many jobs. Of course, the company is blowing smoke up its own ass by sharing how cool they are. They have an incredible story. Their founders are from these other cool companies like Google and Meta. Who gives a shit where the founders worked before? The current company they're building is completely fine with using and abusing its workers, which is not cool. And I'm sure the second this person lets one thing drop, The founders will be making it seem like it's all their fault. It's not on the company that couldn't be asked to hire the right people for multiple positions. No, this one person is to blame, and it's sickening. Companies want these jack-of-all-trade workers, but then get annoyed when they're stretched too thin and can't juggle all the different responsibilities well. I saw another job description recently that expected this one hire for $80,000 a year to manage the blog, LinkedIn posts, email newsletters, adverts, event planning, creating sales enablement materials and customer-facing reports, schedule calls with targeted accounts, test and iterate on outbound experiments, and own the dashboards and reporting on outbound performance. It had to be a joke. Though I think my favourite was for an AI app that wasn't built yet, but they wanted this hire to hype up the product that doesn't exist and prove it's the best in the business, even though it doesn't exist yet. And they're still raising funding, so you won't get paid while you work for them. Not kidding. They ask that you're able to bridge a few months until they secure funding. Did I mention that this is billed as a junior role? It could put you on the CMO track, so eventually you could really have some authority here. Maybe. They are just expecting you to take all the risk. I do love when I see job descriptions and interview with companies that understand that people need a sane amount of work. There are marketing generalists, and we all should know enough to be dangerous in different marketing departments. But most want to specialize. Most want to know what they're doing day to day instead of being an email marketer, a social media marketer, and an events marketer all at the same time. And if you're expecting us to also act as sales, then we better be getting a commission. These job postings are insane, but they are real. But these job descriptions are not realistic. No one should have to do that much work. People will apply for these jobs because they have to, but they will not be set up for success. They will be stretched too thin and something will snap. Job seekers, I know the market is shit, and if you absolutely must apply for these thankless jobs, I understand. But please keep looking for something reasonable. Please trust your intuition when a job description is sprinkled with glaring red flags. Job posters, please be realistic with your expectations. This isn't Build an Employee, where if you dream it, you can make it. A job description isn't a wish list where you're hoping you'll hire a genie. You cannot throw all of these responsibilities at one person and expect them to keep up and do it all well without burning out. And for the love of Pete, please post the salary. Let's all stop beating around the bush. People work for money. It's not that deep. It's great when people find jobs at companies they do love and believe in and want to make a difference in the world. But I'm trading my time and skills for a paycheck, not joining a cult. Toodaloo, my fellow Jaded marketers.